Sort of.
Sort of. Okay. Let's talk about like what you've done with these things: laptops, iPads, iPods, cell phones. Now we're getting into things like 3D printers. I'm asking everyone to deal with SketchUp so they start understanding 3D printer. I bet you one of you in 5 years will have one on your desktop because the price of that came way down. We talk about Moore's Law. Every 18 months, technology doubles twice, doubles. And different things like this that affect our social environment and so forth. Jonathan, what were you doing at 12?
School. That's it.
That's it. No Facebook?
Was Facebook even out back then? I think it was MySpace.
Yes. No, Facebook. I was, strange enough, I was one of the first million people on Facebook, I guess.
You have to have an ID.
So, no, I had it through Stony Brook. They let Stony Brook. I think that was, when did I get on? 2004 or something, 5 or something. You were 9 or something like that. This is radical, Jonathan, isn't it?
It's pretty amazing how fast everything goes.
Is it really fast? Are human beings moving at the speed of Moore's Law? Do we improve doubly every 18 months?
No.
You feel you don't?
No.
How can we keep up with what machines are doing? But does this also mean our machines will be outstripping us in some dystopic way, like in the movie 2001 Space Odyssey or all these movies where the machine goes berserk?
Not really.
Terminator, a couple other, that bad film, iRobot. What was the one last year was terrible? Not Inception. The one where they land an alien planet and I forget. It was so memorable, right?
With the booth.
Ridley Cooper.
Oh, the freaking.
Not Ridley. Ridley Scott. Prometheus. Same thing again. That was kind of, they played around with that theme of 2001 where Hal goes berserk and the one lifelike robot goes berserk and starts shooting, calling the orders. Is anything like that happened in your life?
No, because if the machine is wrong, if the humans create the machine, they could probably do something to stop it too.
But then Ray Kurzweil, the MIT inventor dude, says that by the year 2022, the bandwidth speed of the processor will equal the bandwidth speed of our actual neurochemical brain process. Computers will be as fast as the brain at that point. There are more synapses or whatever in your brain than there are stars in heaven, they say. And they're regenerating, they're dying, they're doing all sorts of things. But the bandwidth speed for you biochem people is pretty fast. Okay. What can we do to catch up? What can we do to stop the adverse things that are going on in their lives because of technology?
I mean, you should just follow along with it.
With technology?
Well, try your best to follow along with it. Don't let it consume your entire life.
Oh, what do you do that gives you critical distance from it?
I don't rely on it too often. If I could find a way not to use it, I would use that method.
Your laptop, your smartphone, you check every time it buzzes in your pocket, a new message, do you check it immediately?
Not really.
Not really. You let it, how many people let your email go a week?
I have like 14,000 messages. Just saying.
14,000?
Like
Has anyone in here let your email go 1 week without checking?
If possible, my phone, but I don't look at it.
Yeah, I don't check. A lot of friends get angry at me, but I really don't check my phone. Who checks their phone message? Like who called? Who left you a voice message?
Yeah, whenever.
You said no.
I hate that little icon that's there, so I'm like, fine, so I'll just check that.
And get rid of it, right? or the annoying feature in a lot of these T-Mobile phones, you can only have 15 of them, and then they totally block, and so forth. So what's your preferred medium?
What do you mean by that?
Talking to your friends.
Text.
Text. To a girlfriend, you would text.
I could.
You could. Who texts your significant? Yeah.
But still talk on the phone.
And talk, and show up on Skype, and ... Anything else? And Facebook. It seems like all bases are covered. Is this too much information for a significant to know? Not that you're sneaking around, but that so many. Wait, only one or two of you is not on Facebook, right?
I'm on Facebook now.
You got back on. Okay. Who else is not on it? What has that done with your life? Just to realize, and you guys are the young generation, so I look at a lot of people over 50 who just use Facebook to like talk to people they've known all their lives, instead of like making new friends or friends who have similar interests to them. It's kind of like a party for them, whereas other people use it to meet new friends. How much connectivity is too much connectivity?
Well, you decide for yourself. If you feel like talking to all your friends on Facebook, you can do that. If you want to talk to one or two, you can do that. It really depends on the person.
I'm talking to you.
Well, for me, I talk to a few people.
You don't like broadcasting things. I'm feeling so blue today, man. Just
no one really wants to know.
Emotions out there.
I've done it before.
This whole day sucks.
No, like I'm done with finals. Yeah, like that. So that's when you're really stressed. You want the world to know.
Bobby just left and gave me the pink slip and headed out the door. I'm going down to Whiskey River to drink it off, right? Do you leave a Country West? Who's left a Country Western type message on your machine? She left me.
No.
I'm blue. No?
I don't feel like that's
He left me. I'm blue. No?
They wouldn't put that on Facebook.
I don't think.
If I see my friend do that, refer him to the counselor.
No! It's gotten that deep?
No, if I see it on my Facebook, I will definitely get them help. I don't want
But these are normal things. It's like being dumped by your girlfriend's a normal thing.
You don't post that to everybody on your Facebook.
Yeah, something.
I've seen old school people post it.
When you post it to like your
She let. How many people have seen someone who's flamed on it when they've been wronged?
Yeah.
It's when someone gave someone a pink slip, they used the F word, and how many have seen that?
All the time. Yeah.
All that. What you're telling me? Are you going to get these people counseled?
No, like if the ones that are suicidal, like yo, I would kill myself.
But I didn't say suicidal. I mean things that happen to us every day. I hope you all, in some time in your life, get your hearts broken because it's healthy. You know, it's human. You just march on. You pick yourself and march on. But this guy, don't be on Facebook with this guy when you get a pink slip. He'll refer you to a counselor.
Thanks.
That's a little extreme, right?
Only if they're suicidal or they.
But they might not put that on there. So what if, the point, Jonathan, I'm getting at, is because of all our connectivity, and Jen is hyper-connected with her significant, she just admitted, what is normal, or studio audience, Jen, does this become just amplified? Is it like shouting into a megaphone and having it all amplified? Oh, here he is. Now we can start. Is it something like that?
I don't feel like it's like being so connected in different types of like social networks. I don't feel like that's, well, depending on the relationship, it's not constricting. It's not like I'm always like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
There's no
It's not
room
like
to
that.
move.
It's
You know,
not-
the parts aren't loose. I can't.
it's not
What were
like
you doing at the party?
No, it's not
Who
like
was that cute girl you was holding that, pouring you that
I'm
drink?
not like that at all, actually. But no, it's just, I don't know. I don't think it's, well, depending on the relationship, depends like if it's too constricting. But for me, it's just a way to just.
But in the old days, remember those? You could duck and dodge, right?
Yeah.
You'd hide and cover and put on that little mask at that party and like show up and, you know, get your Rolodex filled with those nice numbers and then leave, right? Remember those days,
You can't do that now.
David?
Now you can.
I saw you at the party. I'm tagging you. I'm blah, 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 blah. We're talking, Devin, about what is too much information. What have certain... We had Danny in here, Danny Rosen in here, a student from 6 years ago. He's now CEO at a kind of a digital venture thing. And he said, oh, Professor Baldwin, remember when I graduated, there were no such things as smartphones. And that was 6 years ago. And I'm like, holy smoke. Game changer. You like Instagram, right?
Yeah.
When you have a real, like, sun is setting on your girlfriend on the High Line. She's looking so nice in her bikini. And she's just like doing this thing on the railing. And you get that shot. What are you thinking when you do that, David?
Paint me like a French girl.
I mean, are we scared to show our intimate lives? Some people do it all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's a little too, and this guy's going to send him to the counselor, right?
Like my friend who's been dating her significant other for quite some time, they didn't really announce anything, so no one
It's
really
complicated.
knew. No, she didn't put anything. Like her status still felt single, but she was with someone else until recently she got engaged and she put it up for 2 years. So it's like
So no one even, this guy came under the radar.
They're like no photo.
The old boyfriends couldn't say, like, who's that guy you were dancing with?
Huh?
Went from single to
To
married.
engage.
Oh, okay.
Dig that. On Facebook, she went from,
Single?
No,
Oh.
it doesn't say
Oh,
that
oh,
she's
okay.
single anymore, but I'm saying it's been single and then like recently it was changed to engaged, and then I'm sure people were like,
and
what?
this guy's going to say, what, a Vegas marriage? What's going on?
I
Right?
don't stalk people on Facebook. If it pops up, I'll judge them if it's wrong.
Judging, that's a big one.
Because they're putting it out to public, so I have the right to judge and have my own opinion. But I wouldn't put them out. so
Okay.
I'll just think to myself.
Equality making, authority ranking, market pricing, and community sharing. These are 5 floating points that all social media does to a certain extent. We talked about community sharing, authority ranking. Who's worried about authority when you put up, we're talking, Devin, we said, how come there's no like real country western moments on Facebook? Maybe you've seen it where someone said, I got the pink slip from the cute one that I've been dating for you. I'm not going to
Oh,
sing.
I've seen people like that.
And Jonathan just said, I'll send him right away to the counselor. They're going right away to the
Like, give
counselor.
it suicidal. Post
Well, they're not going to say it. They're going to sing a country western song. Just got the pink slip today from my baby. You know, it's over. And I'm talking, the Uber theme here is, are normal human emotions amplified?
On Facebook?
All social media. David has Instagram. I just got into Instagram. I like it. It's kind of like image culture Facebook to me. It's like, why say it when you can snap it? And there's all the filters are kind of fun. I'll admit that. What else? It's cute. You take, you got the new girlfriend out in the setting sun on the High Line. You take a nice shot of her, and your friend said, "Wow, you're dating a supermodel now. Watch your heart."
I think that's a problem, though, with Instagram and this entire society that's developed around this culture of instant gratification, which is what it is. I mean, it's a hierarchy built on the fact that we can take a picture and look at it and say, oh, look how young we were 35 seconds ago when I took this picture. And I think that the offshoot of that is that now you have people who are so self-involved that the only reason they use Facebook is to see who's writing on their wall, not to...
Right, they're not living, but they're recording. I read somewhere, I think Sherry Turkle said that we've all become celebrities,
Yes.
basically.
Yeah.
You walk down the street, Andrew, you're a celeb. Shot here, shot, now I'm tasting a delicious coffee. You do that on Facebook?
Nope.
He does.
No, I don't.
Just kidding. Who does? Come on, admit it, David.
You can use Instagram.
Instagram.
The culture of instant celeb.
Here's a question. Can I ask a question to the
Yeah.
class? How many of you guys have taken a picture of your food and posted it to Facebook or Twitter?
That's
Really?
That's here.
It's my meal. One day food will be scarce.
That's true. Is that why you take your picture of it, though?
Yeah. If I only take like a nice meal, I'll admit it. I'm into like, and I'm very aware of this because I've been watching designer bottled water. See how that, because the water wars are coming up. When people, and all this culture of foodies are all around, when people start treating like housing used to be cheap and anyone could have it. Now it's passe, it's a designer speculative thing. They're going to do the same thing with water and food. So I shoot it.
And
it's
fuel.
like, and what?
And fuel.
Oh, that's like last year's problem. That's ridiculous. $4 a gallon, all of that stuff. So I'm saying, with our sense of celebrity, we've also become hyper connected. We talked about who would really think that someone who leaves a country western type note, I got the pink slip today, I'm not going to sing it, is pathetic. All of you. You would say, and you would on the phone to the doctor right away.
It depends how much. Like, if you just say it, then okay, maybe you shouldn't put your business on Facebook. But there are people who go on and on and on about it.
They're hurting.
Yeah, and that's the
The
point.
okay.
That's
So
not
people
like
are-
everyone.
Publicly,
Yeah, it's do it publicly. It's pathetic. It's like you're just seeking attention.
Well, the counter argument to that, of course, is if they do it in private, they're more likely to hurt themselves.
Yeah, like the
It's
girl
the
who
counter.
hung up herself, or there are cases of these things that it can go wild. I'm worried about like we said, you were 12 when the first smartphone came out. You have one. Who does not have a smartphone here? Y'all do. Isn't that amazing? Okay, well, I did do this in my class. Maybe your class too. One day, you're going to have this implanted in your brain. True or false?
True.
You all got a smartphone, right? One day, I had my students write, I think it was a couple of classes, do a science fiction film about being in a relationship where both of you have one of these in. Isn't that scary? What are you feeling today, hon? You look kind of down. As a matter of fact, you don't look kind of down. I know you're down because I'm in your brain. Who was that cute girl at the office? That's scary. Right, that's just so, and a lot of you said, no, that's Professor, that's too Orwellian. It'll never come to that.
Yeah, just like in government, that's fine.
Yeah, just like whatever. We all know they're looking at your Facebook, so I like tripping up the government with all my eye candy. Joseph, this is scary, audience. This is not an animal in here. This is a neurosensor. I contend inside of 10 years, they will offer to have you guys plant this in your brain and keep tabs on your emotions. Big brother is scary enough, but the big other, by that I mean your intimate, your friends, your family, your spouse, the big other will start to become as kind of sinister a character as Big Brother. We talk about Big Brother, but you say, I'm not into espionage, I'm not into, what's my life have to do? But the big other, you're married with a spouse, 10 years from now, God forbid, and both of you have the brain sensor implants. You come home one day, she says, I want a divorce. And you go, why? We'll lose the house. We can't pay for the house. I'll lose it, blah, blah, blah. And you go, because of what I caught you thinking today. Isn't it true, though? That's the big other. And then you say, well, let's just have the court. You come right back at her, Joseph, say, let's just have the courts duke it out. Is this like Minority Report, or what is this? It is like, who saw the movie Minority Report? This is
Probably one of the best science fiction movies.
it was kind of good. Best Tom. You saw it?
No.
You got to get a discography in here. That is scary.
It's scary.
You're scared of this chair. I give you your first, and that's why I fool around with these gimmicky pieces of crap, because they help us think about like what direction is society. Our final, I want you a part of, is dealing with augmented reality, holding up the RASM and generating these things on the Highline. You heard it here. Oh, we're over time. Let's give Jonathan a hand. Be scared.